We also have the debit card issue with returning your income taxes. That's something I would get rid of. I think that debit cards are ripe for fraud. If you look at other states and what's been found, that's something that is not really beneficial to Oklahoma. I will do away with that if I can work with the legislature to get that done. I want you to know you can trust me. I have the proven record. I give you my cell phone number on all these cards. I've had the same cell phone number since 2000. I don't change it just because I become an elected official. I answer my phone. I'm very accessible to the people who put me in office. So with that, I'm going to cut it short. You can research me. You can contact me with questions. But please just remember, Bird's the word for state treasurer in 2026. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Bird. Next, we have Drumright's own running for Senate. We have Stump for Senate, Mr. Craig Stump.
Be on the phone.
Mr. Craig Stump, welcome to the podium.
I don't know if I need this or not.
You do. My live video, right? Yeah.
Okay. So my name's Craig Stump. I was born in Drumright, raised in Drumright. In fact, I was raised across the street from where I was born, actually. And I've tried living in other towns, but I'm a small town guy. And I raise cattle on the side, cut hay, but I work for a very large company, American Airlines. That's what I work for. I've been with them almost 37 years. In fact, 37 years next week. I don't want to leave the company that I'm with, but I was asked to run because our incumbent, who's in office, is spending money left and right that I can't agree with, and that you can't agree with. He doesn't vote conservative. He's not a supporter of the people. Now, he'll disagree with me, but he's not. I guarantee you that if you have questions, you come to me and I'll try and answer them. If you have something that needs to take place, you come to me and we will try and work through it. I don't care if you're a Democrat, if you're a Republican, an independent, it doesn't matter. Because when you are elected into office, you represent everybody. What I want to see happen is the people taken care of. I want to see taxes reduced. Having said that, I'd like to see property tax removed. How's the only way to do that? Sales tax. Raise your sales tax, do away with property tax. Raise your sales tax, do away with income tax. That's what needs to happen. I would support that. Everyone wants to do away with property tax, right? Everybody here that owns a house or property, we want to see it go away. We want to see our country grow and prosper. We want to see Oklahoma grow and prosper, correct? What we want to see happen is we want to see our state separate itself a little bit from the federal government and become more sovereign. That's what I would like to see happen. I would like to see us stop taking their money and figure out a way to pay for it ourselves. So that because we're not always, the Republican Party's not always going to control nationally, on the national level, we're not always going to control it. So when the left takes back over, and that happens, it's going to happen. You know it is. At some point, the left is going to take back over. And when they do, and they tell, I'm going to use this as an example, they tell me to have big hoop earrings and someone else to have blue hair, we can say, no, we're not going to do it. And we can step away, and they won't have the ability of saying, well, if you don't do what we want you to do, we're going to take our money away from you. So we need to be more sovereign. We need to stand on our own 2 feet. Everybody does. But as a state, we need to be more sovereign. I believe that. We need to stand on the conservative base, which for the most part we do. But we also need to be able to tell leadership, I am sorry, we're not going to do that, and stand up for what's right. So that's where I believe we need to do what we need to do. just in the Senate, but in the House. We have to step away from spending money on everything, giving Google money to come in here and use our resources. I am completely against green energy. I don't care if it's solar, I don't care if it's data centers, I don't care if it's windmills. Let's survive off what we have. What do we have? Oil and gas. Aviation. I mean, we've always been a leader in aviation on top of it. That's where I work. I mean, I know. So we need to stand on that. I promise you that I will not vote against anything that is following our platform, the Republican platform. If you read it, that's where I am. It almost is exactly like I am. And that's one of the reasons I was asked to run. If I win, I don't have to leave. American Airlines are going to give me a leave of absence. I believe that you serve and you go back to work. That's what I believe. I don't want to be a career politician. If things move forward and I'm needed, I'll stay. But you got that inside, right? But you got to put me in there first. So you got to come vote on the 16th, June 16th. Any questions for me? Yes.
Mr. Stump, you call yourself a God-fearing family man.
Yes.
Can you describe what that means in your own way?
Well, I was raised in the church. I asked Jesus into my heart when I was about 9 years old. My family is very important to me. Everyone makes mistakes in life. They do. Things get away from them. Family gets away from them. But if you ask my older boys, I'm there for them all the time. And they're not here. I know that's because they're working. Because I believe you have to work to survive. And you can't support your own children all the time. They've got to survive on their own. So you have to teach them to do that. I've been a youth pastor, 3 different churches. I've been an assistant pastor also.
I have a second question for you, sir.
Yes.
Do you see my fingernails today?
From here? No.
Yes. Oh, I can come show you.
Let's just explain it to me.
Okay. They're white.
Okay?
See, I have painted my fingernails red since I was 10 years old. Because when I walked out of my grandparents' room, the man I called my uncle, you, told me that red fingernails were sexy.
Me?
Yes, you told me that it meant that it meant
Who are you?
I was good to go, sir. Is that a God-fearing thing?
Who are you?
Is there kids still in here? I'll keep this a little PG. When I was 15, I was at your house babysitting your children. You came home before your wife, who's my aunt. You had
Who are you?
adult items on your bed. You asked me if I wanted to
I'm sorry, you're lying now.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are
I'm
lying.
done, thank you.
Who are you?
My name's Stephanie Casey from Wilton, Oklahoma. My maiden name is Cardwell. You were my uncle.
Yeah, I agree. If you're Stephanie, I agree. But I've never done anything to you, ever. Not once.
I'm sure I wouldn't admit them if I didn't either, sir.
Well, I didn't do anything to you. That's a fact. And you're making this up.
Thank you for letting me ask my question.
Oh, I agree. You can ask him. But I did not do anything to you, ever.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions?
I would say that's an accusation, not a question.
I agree. Completely.
She was asking how you can like me be a dog and what things to do that is.
He answered the question.
I did answer the question.
Does anybody else have any
I
questions?
recognize you too. Now. But I've never done anything to any of the children. Yeah, you're making it up too. Oh, baloney.
I know every time I see this man, he's got his
I
children with him.
remember the accusations that I
We
went
need to
through
move
too
on.
during the
We need to
divorce.
move on. We need to move on. Let's ask our next speaker. Thank you,
All
Craig.
right, thank you very much, Craig. All right, we have candidate for House District 33,
Nope, me. All right.
BJ.
BJ Robertson.
Well, good evening.
Good evening,
I want to
BJ.
thank Penny and Michelle and the